What's going on, guys? You found Bottom Tier Collector, and I am your host, the Haggard One. I could use a shave, haircut. Looks like I just got out of bed and made a video, but I promise you that's not the case. I would like to say, first off, thank you for finding my channel. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for supporting my channel. Anything you do, interacting with me, subscribing, unsubscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that good stuff. It means a lot. It really does. As of right now, the videos are just going to be feast or famine. I think my last video was over a month ago. Hours are volatile at work, and I'm about to take my final semester at college. It's been a long process for me to get through school, but I'm almost there. August, September, October, November, December, and I'm done. I'm done, and then I can just go to school and come home and no homework ever, no exams, none of that. And the hope is I can put more effort into YouTube, and I can make this a better bottom tier show. So this is take 2, so I'm not exactly sure what all I have said so far. I know it's crazy, right? I'm just saying all this off the dome. I don't script my shows yet. I'm pretty sure I haven't said this on this video, though. I went on a comic book trip recently to Atlanta, Georgia, about 4 hours east of me. So the trip would be, for a quick reference, I'm about 45 minutes southwest of Huntsville, Alabama. And from my doorstep to Atlanta would be about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. 2-hour drive down to Birmingham, Alabama, south on I-65. And then we would take what basically would be a direct left turn east onto Highway 20 and just take her on into Atlanta, Georgia. So that's essentially what the trip was. It's for a bachelor party, not mine. I've been married for 5 years. And wife, if you ever see this video, which I don't expect you will, I hope we have many more 5-year anniversaries ahead of us. Well, I made a previous video. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry if I am, but I made a previous video, and that video's outdated. But I had a want list, and it was mainly about tips for overnight comic book trips and conventions. And I'm sure I can I could make that video again when the occasion arises. And I'm sure it will. I'm sure I will go on another all-day overnight comic book trip sometime in the future. Yeah, I had a want list on that video and stuff. Anyways, I'm not going to post that video, but I think it would be cool to go over what I got. Just a comic book haul from that trip, which was a couple weeks ago. The first 2 things I would like to display are my 2 Demon paperbacks. See each one. I'm reading this backwards here. Here's volume 1. And for those of you who are interested, I'm not going to read the description. I'll just read what it collects. This collects the first 2 volumes. Excuse me, this first of 2 volumes. I read it wrong. Collecting writer Garth Ennis. If you don't know who Garth Ennis is, he did the back part of Demon. He did Hitman. He's done Hellblazer. I think he did Punisher Max for Marvel. He did some incredible Dogfighter Ace Pilot World War II comic for one of the indies out there, maybe Image. Garth Ennis has been around. I consider him one of the big 4. I don't want to say that came out of Vertigo, but he was one of the big 4 doing the Vertigo stuff at its peak when he was on Hellblazer. That was a subsidiary of DC Comics, for those of you who are too young or just don't know about Vertigo. Anyways, back to the point. This all collects Garth Ennis and John McCrea's work, their run, which started on issue 40 of The Demon, which was originally, the original writer for this particular volume was Alan Grant. I think there was a revolving door of artists when Alan Grant was on the book. But this first one here starts at issue 40. I think it skips 41 because another writer happened to write that issue. Maybe Garth Ennis was out for some reason or something, and they needed a quick writer to fill in. But it goes all the way to issue 49, and then it also includes the ever so important Demon Annual 2, which is the first appearance of Hitman. And that's volume 1. This is volume 2, and this goes from 50 to 58, and number 0, which is, there was an event called 0 Hour DC did in the mid-90s, and that's what number 0 is. It's that 0 Hour event tie-in. And that's it. That's it for volume 2. So you're getting issues 40, then 42, all the way to 58, which I believe is the end of the series. And you're getting the annual number 2 and number 0 if you get both the volume 1 and volume 2. I love The Demon so much that I wanted this in my collection. However, it's a major bummer there hasn't been an omnibus for this run yet. And it's a bummer that the first 39 issues are not collected yet. But I think there's something to do with Garth Ennis and DC right now, I think, because these were specifically chosen to be printed out of this run, all of the Garth Ennis works, and then the only Hellblazer omnibus in print or out of print, whatever, that exists is the Garth Ennis run of Hellblazer, and nothing else has been collected in an omnibus from Hellblazer. So kind of odd, but to me, I think that points to Garth Ennis worked out some kind of deal where they will publish his works and give him royalties or something. I've read some of the material here. I love Hitman, so I've read the Annual 2. I've read like 43, 44, and 45 because that's a Hitman arc, but I haven't read anything else for real. I think I read issue 40 like the other day, just cracking the book open. Good stuff. I don't want to say satirical, but goofy, like 90s, over the top, kind of violent, kind of scary, kind of religious, kind of, I don't know. Good stuff. It's really weird. Really Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis also did Preacher from Vertigo. So if you've ever read Preacher, there's some other good works of Garth Ennis. Okay, so I also got a Storefolio, finally. I wanted to buy a Storefolio before I went on that trip, because I wanted to take, I wanted to go ahead and have it to put my purchases in here, but I'm blanking here. I could not get around to buying a Storefolio. It just wasn't in the budget. They're like $12 to $15, depending on tax, depending on who's selling it, what price, but $10 to $15 for a Storefolio. And what is a Storefolio? Well, you can see right here, it works like a portfolio holder. You got this flap right here. I think it's magnetically sealed. I think there's magnets on the inside. You hear it snap. Just crack this open, and there's your comics right in there. Looks like a little portfolio thingy, my bob. And all my purchases should be in here. It's a pretty pathetic haul, I'm not gonna lie. Went to Atlanta, Georgia, probably visited like 6 stores. And my book fell on the ground. 1 second. And my Storefolio fell on the ground. I'm not editing this out. It's a bottom tier channel. Just adds character. So 6 stores. I was kind of unimpressed. I'm not trying to talk crap about the Atlanta comic book scene. I was kind of unimpressed. I was let down by what I saw. Is either the stores that were kept up and looked nice and organized, no back issues, none. The only back issues they had was their overstock from New Comic Book Day books. Oh, this isn't all my purchases. Hold on, I'm going to pause this right quick. I'm going to have 3 more books. Be right back. Alright, did you miss me? Okay. So, I was unimpressed, legitimately unimpressed. Again, all the stores that were nice, upkept, no bargain bins, no back issue bins. It was just all New Comic Book Day overstock that didn't sell off the rack. Kind of disappointed there. And then there's like 2 stores that had pretty good back issue bins. One store was, there was one store in the whole trip, in all 6 or 8 stores, that could have been a gold mine. I just knew I could have stayed there all day in that one store and been fine. I found like 1 comic while I was digging, and it broke my heart. I went into a store like that. It's just like, they're kind of older and they're kind of dustier, and there's just like unbagged and boarded like 50-cent bins everywhere, and you just know you're gonna find gold if you put the time in and dig. I think maybe I covered 6 to 10 boxes in that store, which is pretty stout, because I think they're long boxes. But that store is cool. I think it was called Dave's. In the Atlanta area. It wasn't in the greater Atlanta metropolitan area. But I found this book. So I'm a big Etrigan fan, as you might know from this video already. This is an issue I've been hunting for quite a while, and buddy, let me tell you, there's like 1 nasty spine tick on it. Whoop, there's the camera. There's like 1 nasty spine tick on it right there. And buddy, let me tell you, there's barely any spine roll. A clean press. 7.5, 8.0. Easy. Yeah, this book is in really good condition for how it was stored. I need to get that baby in some Mylar. So I dug these up at a crap store. This store, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. It looked like the guy lived there. There was like shopping carts and buggies like stacked up inside the store. Old, rusted down, gross refrigerators like inside the store. It looked like he just took his entire house and threw it everywhere. So much like that stuff going on in the bins. These books were overpriced. Like, Focus. Focus. Anyways, $4 a pop. I brought some cash with me, so I didn't mind overpaying. But I'm pretty sure these are not... These ain't keys. And, yeah, I overpaid. But, at that point, I had only found, like, one issue in those trades. I was willing to pull the trigger. I wanted to buy something on this trip. So I ended up getting Sandman 41, Sandman 55, and Sandman 66. I am now officially collecting Sandman, not just keys. It's my Grail run. My Amazing Spider-Man run is Sandman. My Mighty Thor run, Sandman. And I'm just gonna... I have 1, 4, and 8, so I can breathe. I got 15 first. Dead Boy Detective. Yeah, I feel good. Not 15, 25. I feel pretty good about where I stand with Sandman. So, you know, I can just casually collect the series as I see it in bins or whatever. And I found those in that gross store. When you have a lot of back issue bins, you have a lot of bargain bins, I really want to find something. I really do. That's where I like to collect. That's how I like to collect. Because I'm not out here with my nose in the air looking for 9.8s of run fillers. So let's keep moving along. So I found these all at the same store, and I don't even know the name. The store was okay. Like, the back issues were kind of expensive. Like, these were $3 a pop. Yeah, these were like $3 a pop. I don't know what it is with Atlanta, but they don't believe in dollar books. I'm not entitled to anything, and this book only... I mean, it's like... It's almost 25 years old now, and they only raised the price 75 cents from cover. So that's not terrible. That's less than inflation. So, but at the same time, like, Hitman is dollar books. Nobody reads Hitman but me. However, the store was nice. It looked nice. They had NCBD books. They had everything categorized, labeled. They did have a dollar book section. They did have a dollar book section. I will include that. They had, I think the strength of the store was the trades and omnibus. Just, they may have even had some stuff marked down. That's where I got the second Demon trade. And then they were really strong on their pricing for keys. They had a first John Constantine in there. I don't know the grade. I don't even know if it was slab, but for like $130. Like, I didn't have $5 to like purchase it. I was short about $5 at that point to have been able to purchase it. But man, that's a solid price. I mean, I like when a store is willing to not just ask for top dollar every time. So I have a lot of Hitman. Hitman is something I've been collecting and reading for probably, let's say, 2 years, 3 years now. And 15 Ace of Killers, sorry. So there's 15, 16, $19, $3, yeah, meh. And then 20, 25, right here. Fills in quite a few holes in that run. That's another run I'm looking to fill. Love Sandman. Sandman. I got Sandman on the mind. I love Hitman. More Garth Ennis goodness. That is a run that I'm casually collecting it, but I'm trying to knock it out quicker than Sandman. Oh, here's some more. I got some more Hitman for ya. There's issue 28 and issue 29. That's a really sick cover. I like that one. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, John McCrea, by the way, on art. So if you like what you read in the demon books, go on and get you some Hitman. Hitman spins out a demon. And then these 3 books I bought at the very first store we went to in Atlanta. I really only bought them because I'm just really curious about this character. Here's your hint. There's your hint. DC Pentagram. Some of you probably already know. I got this Hellblazer John Constantine arc. Here in the last year or two, I watched Swamp Thing. I'm reading Sandman, which John Constantine has appeared in. I listened to a John Constantine JL. It's more JL Dark, but they really fanboy over John Constantine podcast. And then what else? Oh, I watched Swamp Thing, the show that ran for 10 episodes. So I'm like in that area. Oh, I listened to an audio drama about JL Dark. That was actually really good. I liked it a lot. And so I'm just doing a lot of things that are getting me into John Constantine. And yeah, I got Hellblazer Rise and Fall 1, Hellblazer Rise and Fall 2, Hellblazer Rise and Fall 3. The variants did say variant on the cover or the back, and these didn't. And I'm a cover A snob. That is one thing I am a snob about. I like my cover A's, and these were cover A. Seemed like an easy 3 art to just purchase and get into. Paid cover price, so it wasn't cheap, but these are huge. This is a huge prestige format, more pages, not better art, but bigger art. And so I pulled the trigger, and I liked it. I agree with what critics are saying. I'm not terribly familiar with Constantine. It seemed like Constantine light. So what I heard, I've not read the Vertigo stuff. I mean, I'm a scrub when it comes to Constantine. I barely know anything. I just know like the general concept of the character, like just the very. Like, I met John Constantine yesterday, and I'm telling you what I think I know about the guy. That's kind of the level I'm at. It did feel like Hellblazer light. I wanted to combine Hellblazer with, from what I've heard, John Constantine is not supposed to go into the more superhero stuff. And so what I heard from this podcast I listened to, they felt like DC was trying to merge Hellblazer, the Vertigo John Constantine, and the DC Universe New 52 John Constantine, and merge them together. And I kind of sensed that, being familiar with Sandman and Doom Patrol and that Vertigo vibe, and what I've heard is in Hellblazer, or what to expect in Hellblazer. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But it was a cute, fun little story. It was my first complete John Constantine arc that I ever read. So I enjoyed it. It was whatever. If you're a John Constantine scrub, pick it up. But I don't know if longtime fans of Hellblazer are gonna appreciate it. If you haven't read it by now, that series is either 6 months or a year old by now. But yeah, that's my haul. It wasn't that big. I brought like $200 cash on that bachelor trip. I wasn't trying to blow it all, but I came back with like $100. Like I really didn't spend a terrible amount of money on this trip. I hope he likes my haul. I know I'm a DC guy. I need to show more Marvel love. Got me some Marvel right there. Oh, Wolvie Pop. I'm a big Wolverine fan. I did look for Wolverine issues. They're not in dollar bins anymore. At least the ones I need are not in dollar bins anymore. I did find several issues. I have so many, and I don't like double buying issues. But yeah, I rambled on for 26 minutes. This should not have been a 26-minute video. If you stayed to the 26-minute mark, God bless you. As always, and once again, thank you for commenting, not commenting. Thank you for thumbs up, thumbs down. As you can tell, my eyes are getting heavy. It's not late, but it's late for me. I'm going to go hit the sack here in a second. Until next time, guys.